You know who called this early?
Lannon.
Lannon called the coronavirus as being impactful to us so early.
I will give him credit.
Oh my gosh. Like, he's a little bit of a hypochondriac. A month and a half ago, he's a little bit of a hypochondriac sometimes, but on this one, he was completely on point. I remember China, it was happening. It was like late January. It was actually, you know what it was? It was when we were all going to Melbourne. I reckon it was the week before, and he was like, shit, I don't know if I want to do a meetup in Melbourne because coronavirus.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was a thing around the Australian Open. I forgot about that. Yeah. No.
And I remember
he was...
Yeah, we got back from the Australian Open, and I remember Tanner sending me a video of them at home. I don't know if you saw this, but she sent me a video of their cupboards being stocked up with bloody toilet paper and canned foods.
No. They did not stock up on toilet paper. That's the irony. The one thing that is sold out in Australia is toilet paper, and the only thing Lannon didn't really stock up on is toilet paper.
Okay, but there was a heavy supply of non-perishable foods that they stocked up on. I want to say early February. It's now late March. Like, Lannon, for all his, quirks, he was 100% on the ball with Corona.
Oh, yeah. No, he called that early. He was like, well, I think the things I will give Lannon props for is, calling the seriousness of it early. I think he was definitely right on that. I still think on the buying and the stocking up stuff thing, I'm still like, man, that is just I think that's like still too overboard for me because
Have you seen the supermarkets though?
Every supermarket in my area, fully stocked.
Okay. I think this is because Elliot lives in like an inner city area, and so people just
where everyone's got
kitchens.
Yeah, everyone's got tiny apartments, so no one can stock up on food because they don't have the pantry space. Yeah, I go to the supermarket, and the only thing I notice that is low supply is toilet paper. Everything else is almost fully stocked.
What is it with the toilet paper thing? So I heard something that was like, apparently it's not necessarily that toilet paper's in super short supply, but because toilet paper takes up so much room on the shelves, it's really noticeable when they're in low supply. So it causes like a panic cycle.
I think it's also just that it's not that we don't have enough toilet paper in the country. It's that just shipping it in at the rate people are buying it is not even possible. And I think I know for me, like ordinarily, like I'm not panic buying toilet paper because I am worried about the plague, but now because everyone else is worried about the plague and panic buying toilet paper, I'm like, well, goddamn, we're all these crazy people buying all my toilet paper. I don't want to run out of toilet paper. I need to buy toilet paper. Like it's a really lethal cycle though. Like, although you see some people who are like absolute scum trying to buy it and then scalp sell it, which
that is bizarre. Like literally it's 2020 and people are scalping toilet paper. Like what? Bro,
if you told me that's where this year was going, if you told me in January, in 3 months, people are going to be on the side of the road scalping toilet paper, I would have been like, what is wrong with you? What have you taken? You need to get your life together, man. You're out of control. But like, where this year has gone, man, it's been a crap year. We got Aussie bushfires. We lost Kobe. Now we got this. Like, what is going on, dude?
Yeah, I know. We just need a little bit of a fast forward button now.
2020 hitting different. But on the topic of panic buying, the one thing I remember, and I had a big thing. Me and Lannon went back and forth so many times over the past few months talking about his like buying up stocks and supplies. And I was like, you know what? I get having a little bit of extra food lying around. I think that's smart. I got some cans in the cupboard as well, like chilling. But the one thing where I was like, look, like, I think this is where you cross the line, is he was buying up fresh water supplies, like literal like canisters of fresh water. And I was like, why? And he was like, what if the water supply goes out? And I was like, bro, if Sydney City loses its water supply, you best believe I'm not in Sydney City anymore. I'm not here. If literally a city of millions of people descends into a state of anarchy where there is no toilet paper, no water, no food, I'm not in Sydney anymore. I'm on the way to the farm in Victoria, and I'm going to chill out there and wait out the apocalypse.
honestly.
But also he did make a good point, which the point that I got to credit him for. And to be clear, I don't think Lanham was really panic buying. He was like, he didn't go out and buy like 48 12 packs of toilet paper. He literally just like stocked up on like the right amount of food you might need to like self-isolate for like a month or two.
And to be fair, he probably doesn't have that much in his pantry at the best of times anyway. So he was probably just stocking up to a normal amount.
And the other good point he made is, like, obviously, like, we've got, Lana's got disposable income. He's got a couple of extra dollars in the bank. He's like literally signed a YouTube deal. Thanks, Grace. No, but like, has a few extra dollars in the bank and like stocking up on a very healthy supply of food is say $500 to $1,000, which like which for him isn't really a dent, and it provides a peace of mind that's worth it. So ultimately, at the end of the day, Lannan called coronavirus early. He was pretty right on how big it would become. And he has the supplies to survive the apocalypse. So if anything goes wrong, people, party at Lannan's house because he's got all the canned food.